guys, I am back to do my buddy read wrap up for January and show off what we are going to be reading for February. So yeah, let's get started. So first off, if you don't know, the buddy read is something that Bizarre Individual and myself are doing. Each month we're picking a manga, trying to pick like shorter ones to read for the month. And, you know, just chat about them, and then at the very end of the month we'll do a wrap-up about what we thought of them, and then show off what we're going to read for the next month. And so far it's been a lot of fun. This is the second month that we're doing it, and I will admit I've definitely liked this one a lot more than I liked December. Sorry, Yu-Gi-Oh! So for January we read, oops, backwards, R.G. Veda from Clamp. There are 3 of these bad boys. Three of these bad boys. So these are really nice, just to like point this out, comparing like the 3-in-1 that Yu-Gi-Oh! Was, is that Viz? I can't remember. Versus this one, which is Dark Horse. This is some nice quality paper. Some nice quality everything. It's just really nice. So, and it's Clamp, so it's amazing. So basically, this is the original first manga that Clamp actually put out. So it's Lord Yasha traveled the lands as the protector of the mysterious child Ashura. Even knowing Ashura's fate is wound with doom for many, together the pair seek the other 4 of the 6 stars, whose prophesied gathering will at last defeat Tashakukin, I don't know, the evil guy. But all the prophecies are open to interpretation. So I don't know exactly how many like are in each of these, because I think Bizarre said that there's 10 volumes in total for this. This was a lot of fun. So it was kind of funny because when I first started reading it, I was like, hey Bizarre, how many like volumes of this do I have to read? Because this is a lot. And do I have to read like all of it, or can I just read like the first volume and talk about that? And he was like, cheater, but yes, you could just read the first volume. So I actually started reading the first volume and I literally could not put it down. I finished in the same day. I just kept going. It was too interesting. So basically the premise is that, you know, there was the Ashura like kingdom that like had ruled, and then they had like these generals underneath him, or commanders or whatever. And then he basically, one of the commanders had decided that, I don't know, he was bored with this or something, and he wanted to take over. So he basically raised a rebel army, overthrew the kingdom, and then the God King, the Ashura King, he had basically murdered. And then he took over. So basically, he's got 4 generals, and and then each of these 4 lands has their own like protector, and Lord Ashura, who is basically the main one, and here he is right here, ends up finding the lost Ashura child and awakening her, and then goes on a quest. See, I think my favorite, here you go, the prophecy. I love the prophecy. It says 6 stars will fall to this plane, the dark star that will defy the heavens, and you shall undertake a journey that begins when you find the child of a vanished race. I cannot discern the child's true alignment, but I know that the child alone can turn the wheels of Takaki's destiny, for it is by heavenly mandate that through this child the 6 stars shall gather, and then a figure shall appear from the shadows. Even my powers cannot clearly discern him, but he knows the future and can turn the path of the stars, whether evil or heavenly. A roaring flame will fraze the wicked, 6 stars will overpower all others, and inevitably they will form the schism that splits the heavens. So, yeah. So basically, Lord Yasha and Ashura end up coming together, and they're trying to find the 6 stars and basically reawaken the Ashura power to basically overthrow the kingdom again and take it back. But the issue is that they don't necessarily know, because according to the prophecy, technically Ashura could end up being evil. And depending on how, like, in the end of the day, Ashura, I guess, technically feels, he can choose to basically destroy the world or save it, in theory. So, it's definitely an interesting read. There's a lot of, like, characters that come in. I, like, instantly fell in love with certain ones. It's Clamp. So, if you've read any Clamp, take that warning as you will. I don't want to spoil it, like, in the front, like I tried to do with Yukio, because I really want people to go and read it. Clamp has just such an interesting writing style, so it's so fascinating to read it, and I just couldn't put it down. So, I definitely recommend giving this a shot, plus these guys are gorgeous. I mean, okay, so they're $25 per one, but I mean, if you obviously get them on sale, please get them on sale. They've just got some, like, crazy, I think the art is more in these other, they have, like, color pages, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here, I'll show you some of these color pages. So yeah, they've got some crazy art. Well, that's Clamp for you. So, I definitely want you to check it out. So, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna show you guys what is the pick for February. These were actually picked by Simply G, so thank you so much. Bazaar asked if she wanted to pick the ones for February, and she said of course. So she actually picks 2 suggestions for short one-shots, and then Bazaar and I just ended up going with both of them because why not? And so she actually picked some josei, which is awesome, and this is actually quite ironic because originally I was like, oh well, now I'm gonna have to, like, wait for Simply G to tell us her selection, then I'm gonna have to order it. Well, Simply G had actually given me a lot of josei recommendations in one of her videos because I had said I want to get into more josei, but I don't know where to start. So she had given me a bunch of recommendations, so I actually bought these 2 already based on her recommendations. So I already have them, and they're going to be in the January haul. But, so now I don't have to buy them for February because I already have them. So the ones that we're going to be reading is Enclosed Called Fat and All My Darling Daughters. So, well, there's not much on this back about Enclosed Called Fat. It is 18 plus, just, you know, to give people heads up on that. No one comes out looking good, nearly no one at all, in this dark comedy of manners, not the heroine whose weight problems are not her true failings. Originally serialized, and then it talks about how it was originally serialized in an adult woman's, like, weekly news magazine. So, yeah. And then the other one, All My Daughters, is about a salary woman in her 30s still living with her mother, but then her relationship suffers a sudden change when her mother announced that she's getting married. So she basically says, I can't handle this anymore, and then she decides that she wants to move in with her boyfriend. So there is that. And so I'm just gonna chat a few spoilery things about R.G. Veda, so if you do not want to be spoiled, if you have not already read it, please click off. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye and all that jazz. But if you are okay with some spoilers, then sit back and let me chat for a few more minutes. So, spoiler time. Oh my goodness. It's Clamp. I told Bazaar as I was reading this, I'm like, it's Clamp. I really hope they don't kill my characters that I really like. I should have known better to think that they wouldn't kill everybody because it's Clamp. So, oh my gosh, this was, like, so twisted. Like, the whole, like, basically, part where you realize that, the bad guy, Teku, whatever his name is, Teku, I don't know, basically had formed a pact with Ashura's father to make sure that she didn't, like, get born, so that, or didn't, you know, basically awaken. And he was ruling because he had made a pact with her father. Was just like, oh my goodness, okay, so you're being a dick because of that. That's awesome. But that was just like the end. I was like, oof, okay. And then the one part, oh my gosh, so this, where was it that made me like freaking cry? Oh my gosh. Was it, yes, it was this one. Oh my gosh. So when the bad guy kidnapped the little sister. Oh my gosh. I don't blame the older sister. So basically, he is a selfish man, and even though this cute little girl, like, because she's a little child here, was basically, she's one of the bird people, so she basically had to live up in the sky in, like, a castle, with, like, special purification and everything because her lungs, and she was underdeveloped, and like she can't like live outside the castle or she's going to die. So basically but she's got a beautiful singing voice, so he was like, oh, I want to hear her sing with my, you know, my harp person who also so I wanted to like make her sing, so I kidnapped her to make her sing at like the festival. This poor little child. She's so cute. And then he makes her sing at the festival and says, like, sing or basically I'm gonna, like, kill your sister. So she sings, but then basically, in order to sing, she basically, like, loses her life in the process. Oh my gosh. Ugh. It was such an emotional wreck. I was like, I can't. No wonder she became one of the 6 stars and then, like, tried to kill him. Because he's so terrible. He's, like, a terrible human being. I loved the relationship between the harp player and the other lady. Because they were so absolutely adorably in love. But that doesn't end well in Clamp. Where is she? Where are you? You're in here somewhere. But yeah, their relationship was also lovely. And then, of course, they had to fight each other in the end because Clamp. Where is she? Bam, you wanted to be in here. Oh, 1 second, guys. Gotta let the cat out. Okay, these two. Oh my goodness. I loved their relationship. I also loved Ashura and Yasha, did I say that right? Yasha's relationship. Because he really did act like a father for her, him, that's a he. Although I feel like in the original Clamp was Ashura genderless? Or was it always a he? I can't remember. I thought that it was genderless, but I could be wrong. But their relationship was actually quite adorable. He really did treat him like a child. He took care of him. I mean, even in the end, when basically he stayed with him the whole time he was a rock or dead or petrified or whatever you want to say at the end happened. Like, that relationship was just absolutely adorable. The one, like, guy, I really wish I knew names better. What is your name, dude? You're in here somewhere. Where are you? I feel like my recommendations need to have a little bit more. Lindsay needs to actually remember names. The one guy reminds me of Kento from Ronin Warriors. I'm just gonna say that. I guess it's the art style. He reminds me of Kento from Ronin Warriors. Oh, there he is. You are so cool, dude. This guy's awesome. He had such an interesting storyline in this. Oh my, it's 15 minutes. Okay, so yeah, I definitely couldn't put it down. That ending, like, so good. I wish obviously they didn't like kill off pretty much everyone except like 2 of them. But it's Clamp. And that's what happens with Clamp. But yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this really random scattered. I'm gonna try and like write these notes down when I'm trying to review these things, because clearly I'm terrible about just sporadically talking about them after the fact. And it was funny because like I should have like filmed this like right after I read it, because like all of it was like really fresh in my mind, and then like I didn't, and then I was like, oh well, I'm gonna film it like on Friday, and then I didn't. So, and then I read Frau Faust, the whole thing, so that's like in my head, and I'm like, well, what happened here again? So yeah, this is what happens. You need to review them like right at the end, but there they are, all pretty together. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the buddy read for January, and I hope you guys will join us. Please join us if you're interested in reading All My Daughters and Enclosed Called Fat for February. I will see you guys later for the next video. Everyone have a very good rest of the day. Bye!